Hi, in this video we are going to learn row level securities in Power BI. So our agenda will be what is row level security on Power BI, why we need row level security, and then we'll go ahead with static and dynamic row level security with demo. So first of all, what is row level security? So let's try to understand row level security in such a way that I have data and I'll will just get the data. So this is my data for row level security. Now you might be seeing that I have data from for APAC and I have data for Euro, and let's add some sales value there. So in row level security, what I want, I will assign some users to APAC region and then some users to Europe region, and want to make sure that the users who have access to APAC region should be able to see the data only for APAC, and the users who have access to Europe should be able to see the data only for Europe. So this way you can make sure that your data is much secured in your report. So even if you somebody is trying to view your report, who will be able to view your report only for the reason he is assigned to, and this is what your row level security does. So it is allowed on the rows, and that's why it is called as row level security. Now we have two types of row level security here. That one is static row level security, where we go and assign each roles and we assign that to each region, and then we can we can assign the users to those roles. Then dynamically what we can do, we can assign all the users to one role only, and then we try to interpret the user id and matching reason in a table, so that as soon as user logs in, he gets redirected to the table where joins are there, and then it tries to find out which data are related to that, and it allows the user to access that data only. So we'll see both the examples. So in example one, let's try with the static row level security. So this is my data and this is my report. Let's try to get the data in my report first. So we'll click on get data, and since this is Excel workbook, we'll do this. So data sources, row level security. I'm taking this data and will first create a report out of it. So let's create a simple bar chart. We'll have country. Sorry, I don't need the region. So let's ignore the region for now. And this is my report, but I want a users, like there will be specific roles. So for creating the roles, we'll go to the modeling section, and here you can see manage roles. So in manage roles, what we'll do, we'll create a role. So for a pack, I will create a role and I'll take sheet, and in that sheet I'll use the reason, and reason I'll put as a pack, and then I'll create another role, and that role is, let's see what roles we have other than a pack. Europe. So let's copy and create that role as well. So we'll go here and we'll name this as Europe, and then we'll add a filter in the region with the value as Europe. It's very simple. If we want to view whether my roles are working or not, you can click here and you can select the specific role, and you can see whatever data is there in APAC, you are able to see that. Now if you change it to Europe, you will be able to see the data related to Europe. Now how you can view this on your website, so that we'll see. So let's stop viewing, save this report. So I'll name this as, I have created only two users there on my powerbi.com, so we'll try to use them. So I am deploying this report. Let's go and deploy this report. I am going to deploy this report in Teams dashboard, and there I'll assign the users. So first process is create a workspace, deploy there, and assign the users as a viewer. So let's first deploy it. We have deployed our report. Now if I log in there, I have different user right now. We'll first go log out and log in with admin user. And we'll do some more setups. So let's come to the workspace. This is the workspace, and this is my report. So what we'll do, we'll go to the data set, and in the data set we have security. So in security you can see I have 0 users assigned in both. So what I can do, I can assign one to APAC, another to Europe. So I have two users. Let's use this user to Europe. And as soon as I have assigned this user, you can see this user will be able to access Europe. But my own user ID is again kind of admin there in the workspace, so we'll be able to see everything. So even if I assign this user ID, it is not going to help me. So you have to make sure that the role should be data viewer, which I'll show in a while. So I have added these users. Now you have to go to this workspace, and in workspace access you can see this is showing as admin, and that's why I will be able to see everything. But the users whom you want to have access as a row level security user, you'll have to give viewer permission to them, so that they do not get access to complete data. Now, if I see the report, I'll see the report as a whole. So I'll see everything because I am admin to that workspace. But if I log in using other user, which I am going to do in a while, sorry, we'll log in with other user. Now we'll go to this workspace, and this is the report which I got. So you can see, since I have logged in with this user has access to Europe only and gets access to Europe data only. Now, why this is called static row level security? Because the roles which we have created those roles here. And then every time a new role we want to add, we'll have to go and then add that role here. Instead, what we can do, we can create a dynamic roles, and for that we'll see how we can do. So let's close this, and we'll try to create a new report on Power BI, which will allow us to do dynamic row level security. So now we'll connect to another data source, and we'll see what all data we need. So I have created this data source. I will select all these three tables and will load here. Now in dynamic row level security, we'll see that we maintain a table where we have association of our role with users or user with actual row level data. So this is my usernames. If you'll see here, this table contains list of users which are there. So in future, if you want, want to add a new user here, you just need to add the user here, and then you need to add the user to that one specific role only, and you don't need to move them to different role, or you need to create a new role here on the report. So we have created these users here, we have made an association of the user. Now one more thing we'll have to do, because we want to allow, when we are passing a specific user, the this table should be filtered. So this one, single cross filter direction is okay, because it goes from one to many, but we have to go from here to there. So for that, this side we'll have to put cross filter direction as both, and then we'll select apply security filter in both direction. So now what we'll do, now we'll create a single role, and in that role we'll do some change. What we have done earlier, we'll change it a bit. I'll put this role as users, and you can see on from this table I'll add a filter called username, and here in the username we'll put user principal name. So we have compiled and it looks fine. Let's save it. Now we'll create a report from this. So we'll use this and we'll make it as a bar chart, and in the bar chart add the value here. Let's make it sum so it looks little better. Now we'll save this report as dynamic RLS. We'll go to code, we'll save here, and we'll deploy this report. So sorry, let's click on home and publish this report. So here we'll select our workspace, we'll select and we'll deploy, and we have to do similar kind of setup here, but this time we are not going to have different roles, rather we'll have a single role where we'll be assigning these users. So let's sign out from this and sign in as admin. So we'll sign in as admin here, and we'll assign the role. Now I'll go to workspace, and we have already given one set of permission there, so we need not worry too much about the permission. What we need to do, we need to go and add certain things there on the security. So if you see here, even if we do not add a role, and if we try to test it by role, it will automatically allow, because it takes that role name, and that's how it gets the data. But what we'll do, we need to add all the users as a part of this role who are, so these two users we have added, and then every time a new user will come, we'll just go and add here itself, and in the database we can adjust the mapping. So we need not worry about, in case tomorrow if we want to change certain location for the user, we just need to change there in the user country mapping table only. We don't need to change anything here. So we are done. Now we'll log in using the other user. So let's go and log in. I'll go to the workspace and we'll see the report which we are looking for. So our report is loaded here. Let's go and see how we are getting the data. So we can see the data like this. Now, since this is connected to Excel workbook, that's why we'll have to change things here. So here, and if we want the user ID 2 association, we want to remove for user ID 2, we want to remove this row. So country ID 2, that is China. So right now if you see, the it shows data for China as well. But I have changed that. Since our data is on premises and I have not created any gateway, so we'll have to refresh the report here and deploy it. If our source would have been SQL Server, probably we would have refreshed directly from the portal. Let's save it and publish it. So in portal, we don't need to do any other change, just deploy this report. Deployed. Let's refresh it. I think this should be fine. Okay, let's refresh our report. And now you can see that the user got access to only two countries. So this is how you can implement dynamic row level security.